this particular day, I think we'd skied 40 kilometers. So what's that? About 24 miles, something like that. In temperatures minus 20 Celsius, something
Oof.
like that.
Yeah.
The relentless wind in your face very often, the extreme cold, it's physically and mentally demanding, and just sapping all your capability to make decisions, to think clearly. And
Yeah.
by the end of this day, every day up until that point, we had built a snow wall. So it's a bit like a windbreak, blocks of snow and ice. Imagine like half an igloo.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
build that to have some sort of protection when you pitch your tent, knowing that if the wind gets stronger, you've got some protection there. Now, we have done this for 24 days, and there's never been any strong wind in the evening.
Yeah. And just to clarify, were you building one tent for the four of you or individual tents?
There were two tents, so two-person tents. So we had to build two snow walls and pitch our two tents. And every day we would sort of share with somebody else. So we never just shared with the same person all the time. We used to
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
used to switch around
Mix.
to sort of avoid cliques happening. So we were exhausted on this given day. I'm sure that I know we half-heartedly built that snow wall, just
Yeah.
thinking, oh, we've done this every other day. I can't wait to get in that tent. I'm so tired. When you do something with not a lot of energy and commitment.
Yeah.
And so we dived into the tents, and the Norwegian and myself, the women, we were in one tent. The guys were in the other. That time they were doing the cooking, and we would normally all meet in one tent and eat together. And we're lying in our sleeping bags, exhausted, and we're waiting for them to shout for us to go through and eat food. And it's much, much longer than normal. We're like, where is it? Why aren't they telling us? But meanwhile, we're hearing this noise getting stronger and stronger outside, the noise of the wind.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were calling to us, in fact, but we couldn't hear them. And
My God.
eventually then one of them comes to the end of our tent, unzips the door, sticks his head in and says, come and get your food and bring your sleeping bags. And we're thinking, what's he going on about? So in those few steps between one tent and the next, the strength of the wind outside, imagine really strong wind, horrendous, not quite hurricane levels, but, really strong wind. I felt it was like diving into a swimming pool. When you dive into a pool and you hold your breath under the water and then you wait until you come up and you can breathe again. It was rather like that, just diving outside into this dreadful environment, holding my breath and then breathing when I get into the other tent. Oh, phew, I'm out that wind. It's horrendous. But now I'm thinking, well, hang on a minute. This is the wrong way around, isn't it? That we should be able to breathe outside. And what's going to happen if this wind gets stronger? Our snowball will probably collapse and our tent might blow away. So this is what was going through my mind. And we all get in the tent together and then start to say, this must be a storm. And one of the others says, well, remember those Norwegians that we met, because we'd met a Norwegian team a few days earlier that had come the opposite direction from us. They'd gone from east to west. We were going west to east. And they had told us that at this similar point, which is a high point on the ice cap, they had encountered a storm, winds so cold, winds so strong, temperatures so cold that two of their dogs had died. They had a dog team with them. So, I had this in my imagination. Oh no, this is a sort of storm where their dogs died. This is going to be horrendous. And now we're four of us sitting in this tiny two-person tent, the wind shaking all around us, making the tent shudder. And now you think, oh my goodness, what happens if this tent collapses? There is going to be no way we can survive out in that weather. And there's no protection. There's no people. There's nothing around us for miles and miles and miles.
Jeez. So just to clarify, like, even I think just because it's such an important point to emphasize, like standing outside, you're outside and it's blowing a gale and you can't breathe. You cannot suck in air, or maybe it's the wind is so strong it's literally pulling the air from your lungs.
Yeah. It's
my God.
Maybe some of the listeners have been out on a windy day in their countries and they've had that sort of sensation where you're trying to catch your breath. It's so strong, the wind. And so that's what it was like out there in the Arctic. And it did make me suddenly think, oh my goodness, that point about life could be short.
Yeah.
The wind over me had suddenly got a lot shorter. And the four of us all kind of managed that, those moments and those hours. It ended up being 36 hours. We were stuck in that tent waiting for the
Jeez.
storm to subside. It's a long 36 hours, let me tell you.